He couldn't get elected dog catcher in Florida.
He's flying around on Air Force One.
For the second day, Donald Trump and Marco Rubio hurled the kind of insults more often heard in a schoolyard than in a presidential campaign.
Rubio, total lightweight, and little mouth on him. Bing, bing, bing.
Donald Trump, a con artist, will never get control of this party.
I see him starting to sweat. Thank God he has really large ears, the biggest ears I've ever seen, because they were protecting him.
The guy with the worst spray tan in America is attacking me for putting on makeup. Donald Trump likes to sue people. He should sue whoever did that to his face with that.
A con artist is about to take over the Republican Party and the conservative movement, and we have to put a stop to it. There is no way we are going to allow a con artist to take over the conservative movement, and Donald Trump is a con artist, but not a con artist like Donald Trump. I would much more prefer not to turn over the party to a con artist like Donald Trump. If you're a Republican and you don't want your party taken over by a con artist like Donald Trump, the conservative movement and the Republican Party is going to be taken over by a con artist. There's no way that the party of Reagan and the conservative movement, I'm going to allow it to be taken over by a con artist. He says I'm a choker. He's a con artist. Florida is not going to vote for a con artist on the verge of having someone take over the conservative movement and the Republican Party who's a con artist. We are not going to turn over the conservative movement to a con artist. Well, yeah. I mean, this is unreal. I mean, again, this guy is a con artist. That's why I'm on this broadcast. If you want to stop this man, Donald Trump, this con artist, from taking over the conservative movement, then I ask you to go on our website, marcorubio.com, sign up and help us.
Now, and let's have one more message for someone who's had a pretty big mouth today. Marco Rubio, your campaign is almost over, buddy. Showing a lot of desperation today, throwing punches from every angle, but none of them are landing because America has made their decision. Donald Trump represents strength, and Marco Rubio represents Washington, D.C. We don't need any more D.C. politicians.
Ladies and gentlemen, the valedictorian of Trump University.
Jeb was the mentor for Marco Rubio, right? You've heard that. And everybody said, well, Marco will never run because Jeb Bush, who was the governor then, even though I'm killing him here, Jeb Bush was the governor, and Marco will never run because of respect for his mentor. And I figured the same thing because I'm a very loyal person. I wouldn't have done it ever. I think it's very disloyal. So Jeb Bush was this mentor. And I'm saying, well, he's not going to run because, and everybody's saying that. He announced he's going to run because he's overly ambitious, too young, and I have better hair than he does, right? Do we agree? Do I have better hair than he does? And there's an age gap. There's an age gap. But I say that, and this is what bothers me about politicians. So he announces he's going to run. And they go to Jeb. What do you think of Marco Rubio? He's my dear, dear friend. He's wonderful. He's a wonderful person. I'm so happy that he's running. Give me a break. That's called politicians speak. Then they go to Marco. What do you think of Jeb Bush? Oh, he's great. He's brought me along. He's one. They hate each other, but they can't say it. They hate each other. It really does bother me when I see them and I see Jeb. And maybe that's what you want. And maybe that's the kind of people that are going to get elected, to be honest. Maybe they don't want a straight talker. Maybe they don't. No, maybe they don't. But I am so tired of this politically correct crap.
Now imagine that happening to a country. Imagine people now being told in America, look, come on board, vote for me because I'm a strong leader. I'm going to take on illegal immigration. Well, how are you going to take on illegal immigration when you're hiring illegal immigrants to build your signature tower? I'm going to protect the American worker, he says. He's going to protect the American worker. I live in Florida where he has a hotel and he's hiring people from Romania because he says he can't find Americans to do that job. I can. Those are the jobs my parents did. My mom was a maid. My dad worked at a hotel. 300 people in Florida applied for those jobs. He says he's going to bring jobs back from China and Mexico. He's making ties and hats in China and Mexico. Why do I say all this to you? Because it proves that this is a con job. And we cannot allow the conservative movement to be taken away from us. Because if it is, there's nothing left to stand up to the Democrats. There's nothing left to stand up to the liberals.
Oh,